Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Recap. Today I will tell you about a horror film called It Follows. Just leave a like on this video, sit back and relax. A young girl named Annie flees from her house in fear, but there is no visible threat. She takes her parents' car and drives to the beach, where she tearfully tells her dad over the phone she loves him. By dawn, it is revealed that she had been brutally murdered. Jaime J. Height, an Oakland University student, goes on a date with her new boyfriend, Hugh, to the movies. Hugh points out a young girl in the back of the theater. When Jay says she cannot see the girl, Hugh becomes unnerved and asks that they leave. On another date, Hugh and Jay get it on in his car, but afterwards, he incapacitates Jay with chloroform and she wakes up tied to a wheelchair. Hugh explains that he has passed an entity onto her through intercourse. It will perpetually be walking towards Jay's location at all times, no matter where she is. If it catches Jay, it will kill her and pursue the previous person to have passed it on, Hugh, who is passing it to Jay as leverage. Hugh's claims are proven real when a naked woman appears and walks straight for Jay. Hugh drives Jay home and flees. The next day, the police cannot find the naked woman or Hugh, who is living under a false identity. At school, Jay sees an old woman in a hospital gown walking towards her, invisible to others. Jay's sister, Kelly, and her friends, Paul Baldwin and Yara Davis, agree to help and spend the night in Jay and Kelly's house. That night, someone smashes the kitchen window. Paul investigates but sees no one. Inside the house, Jay sees a disheveled, urinating, half-naked woman walking toward her and runs upstairs to the others, who cannot see the entity. When a tall man enters the bedroom, Jay flees the house. Her friends catch up to her at a nearby playground. With the help of their neighbor, Greg Hannigan, the group discovers Hugh's real name, Jeff Redmond, and traces him to his address. Jeff's mother answers the door and Jay realizes that the naked woman she had seen coming for her in the Packard plant was in the form of Mrs. Redmond. Jeff explains that the entity began pursuing him after a one-night stand and that Jay can pass it on by sharing hormones with someone else. Greg drives Jay, Kelly, Yara, and Paul to his family's lake house and teaches Jay to shoot a revolver. The entity arrives in the form of Yara and attacks Jay on the lakefront. Jay's friends ward it off by breaking a chair over its body, and Jay shoots it several times until it falls over, but it recovers unharmed and attacks Jay again, this time taking the form of a boy who lives next door to Jay. She flees in Greg's car, crashes into a cornfield and wakes up in a hospital with a broken arm. Greg plays the hormone game with Jay in the hospital, as he does not believe the entity exists. Days later, Jay sees the entity in the form of Greg, walking towards Greg's house, smashing a window and entering. Jay tries to warn the real Greg by telephone, but he does not answer. She runs into the house and finds the entity in the form of Greg's half-naked mother knocking on his door before it jumps on Greg. Jay sees the entity getting it on with a dead Greg, then flees by car and spends the night outdoors. On a beach, Jay sees three young men on a boat. She then undresses and walks into the water. Back home, Paul, willing to take the risk, offers Jay the opportunity to pass it on to him, but she refuses. The group plans to kill the entity by luring it into a swimming pool and dropping electrical appliances into the water. Jay, waiting in the pool, spots the entity and realizes it has taken the appearance of her deceased father. Instead of entering the pool, it throws the devices at her. Firing at an invisible target, Paul accidentally wounds Yara, but shoots the entity in the head. They then cover it with a sheet, and Paul shoots it once more, causing it to fall into the pool. As Jay tries to get out of the pool, it pulls her underwater by the ankle. Paul shoots it again in the head, and it sinks to the bottom, allowing Jay to escape. She approaches the pool and sees it filling with blood. Jay and Paul share hormones. That night, Paul drives through town, passing night workers. Later, Jay and Paul walk down the street holding hands as a figure walks behind them. Thanks for watching. Please remember to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button. You can check out my other videos here.